before I let you get on with your days, I will tell you about this place, of course. But first things first, we started the tour. If you go about 100 meters that way, and that's where the Tourist Information Center is. So you are not lost, at least I hope you're not. If you are, just hang around, ask me, I'll try to help you out. But this place here is called the Town Hall Square, and there's a couple of things to point out here. One of them is at the corner over there. This small yellow building on the left in the corner is the oldest continuously working pharmacy in Europe, and it's really interesting to visit because it works like a regular pharmacy, but they also are a museum. So they show you what they used to sell, how it used to look like, and some pretty disgusting things as well. So worth a visit. But there's some fun things as well. For example, marzipan allegedly was invented in Estonia simultaneously with something else, someplace else, and they say that they invented marzipan here, and it was a medicine at first that was supposed to cure a broken heart. So it's very cute. I mean, if it is a marzipan that cures that, I don't know what else will. So definitely worth a visit. And the museum and the pharmacy, it's open until 6. So even right now, there's time to pop in there after the tour. But the other thing here is the town hall. So that's the old town hall building, already got the shape in 1404. So quite a special building to have. It kind of dodged a bullet because in 1944, remember, the street where we started was bombed, and the town hall also lost its spire. So the top part kind of burned down, but luckily the rest of it didn't. So got quite lucky, and it's not an active town hall anymore, instead of museum, and it's also one of the places where you can go up to the tower. But I promised you a story, so to finish off the tour I'll tell you a nice story, and it's connected to the town hall, because if you look at the very, very top of the town hall, you see something up there. You see what it is? Vana Thomas, exactly. So Vana Jordi means old, and Thomas is a name. So Old Thomas is the guy who is up there, and it's actually Old Thomas III because the first one was put up there already in 16th century, but it got hit by a bomb in 1944, and the second one got hit by lightning in the 90s, so now it's the third one. But the story why he's up there is very cute, and he's definitely nowadays one of the symbols of Tallinn, so it's worth sharing his story. So the story goes back to medieval times when they had these archery competitions in town, and these competitions, they were for noblemen, and one year the competition wasn't doing that great at all. So what the aim was that noblemen came together, they had to shoot some arrows and hit the mark. But one year nobody was able to hit the mark, so it was quite embarrassing already. But a guy came out from the crowd called Thomas and hit the mark on the first try. But that made the nobleman angry because Thomas was poor, he had embarrassed the nobleman, and also the winner's responsibility was to throw a party for important people in and around town. But Thomas didn't have the money to throw the party, so the nobleman actually wanted to put him in prison. But luckily, a rich merchant offered to throw the party for him. So Thomas never went to prison, and instead he got quite famous, and they offered him a job as the city keeper. So that's the guy who locks the gates in the evening, sees that everything is okay, and it's a job for life. So Thomas did it until old age, when he died, and he was very well loved. So when he died, people were quite sad and they wanted to honor him in some way. So they made a little statue of him and put him up there to keep the city safe forever. So quite a nice story. And of course, you know our history, he didn't do a very good job. But the old town is still here, which was his city. So he did. Depending how you look at it. So that was the final story and my final piece of wisdom to share with you. Do you have any last questions?
White flag, what's that?
Oh, good question. So up there you see also a blue and white flag. This is the flag of Tallinn, and it represents the sea, because we're a sea city. Good.
The dragons?
The dragons. Good question as well. These up there below the flag, they're dragons and they're water spitters. So when it rains, water comes out from there, and apparently they're there to protect the city. And legend has it that when water is coming out from there, then the town hall is lying. But we're in Estonia, so water is coming out from there most of the time. So you can make your conclusions. So that's what they are. But if you have any personal questions, then feel free to hang around. I'll be here answering them. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the tour. I really did enjoy it with you. I started the tour with a headache, which is now gone, so you can hear it.